Right, exactly at that moment, as as I lose my train of thought.
No.
Mm. I swear, if I'm going to bother getting a decent microphone, I should actually invest in having a reasonable library of funny sound effects and musical clips on hand.
Oh, it's just way too much effort.
Oh God, hardly ever. I mean, you see how easy it is to put together those soundboards, for instance. That people
Yeah.
put together flash soundboards full of quotes from places. I mean, yeah, if you can do that in Flash, for Christ's sake, then
Yeah.
it's got to be easier to do it without Flash.
Uh, Ah, there we go. There we go. We are live.
Excellent. Mostly, there's another thing I'm glad is dead now.
Mm. Oh, Flash, man. I'm not sure I've seen it recently, actually, in fairness.
Just any site that requires it. You mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been like there's other sites that have done stupid shit, but I haven't seen Flash in a while.
Well, now that you mention it, I wonder how Tiny Chat's going to be handling the transition.
Mm, I haven't used Tiny Chat in ages. Not in 2, 3 years now, I'd say.
That's it. I was going to say it hasn't been that long, but that's probably about it. It was roughly that time because when I first started hanging out on Tiny Chat was during the Ron Paul nomination process.
I think I ended up hanging out around Mass Effect clusterfuck that was.
Jeez.
Yeah, I found a link on BioWare's forums and it led me there, then it led me all over the internet into wonderful, wonderful places.
That's another one I only read about in retrospect.
It was an interesting time. I'm not entirely certain it was what happened with retake was right, but oh, it was certainly interesting to see what happened, and just like with Gamergate, it proved the old adage. Yeah, you ignore something and it'll fizzle away in a week. You insult it, and it'll last with you for years.
Yes.
Because it's all whenever someone brings up Bioware now, I don't think that I've ever seen any it go without saying that someone mentions Mass Effect or whatever the clusterfuck that was.
Yeah. Well, just in particular, I remember I met during the Ron Paul nomination. There were a lot of people that I met on Tiny Chat, and I was still in touch with a few of them via email for a long time afterward. But when all this started blowing up in the media, after pretty
Mm.
much pretty much after Baldwin coined the term Gamergate, and you started getting much more media referring to it by name, just watching people's reactions to the overwhelming majority of the media coverage was just exactly like watching Ron Paul supporters' reactions to the way the GOP and the media treated them.
Admittedly, it was something of an American thing. It wasn't something I ever paid attention to, but I have heard in passing that it was generally considered poor.
Well, for instance, that it or actually it's more akin to the puppies thing because supposedly it's an open,
Mm.
transparent process and anyone can vote. But when too many of the wrong people show up and things start going in a way that
It becomes wrong think, and we need to fix it and stop the unclean ones from voting.
precisely and you see all kinds of dirty tricks for to I forget where it was, but that might have been Las Vegas. Some people actually like closed the convention doors and locked the doors to keep people out. They would shut down conventions, early. They would shut them down using bullshit abuse of parliamentary procedure, you name it.
Basically, they would find a specific by to no one entered, but fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was, it was not pleasant to see, but at the same time, I mean, one elderly gentleman, I was, was like thrown to the ground, and it was, had his arm injured, as I recall. It's not funny, not fun to see this sort of thing, but at the same time, you've got to laugh, or you're going to cry, and just seeing the 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 surprise and the growing outrage from people at the way things were being spun. It was very educational.
It kind of the whole Gamergate thing was kind of interesting. I mean, admittedly, again, from Mass Effect, my opinion of the media was largely that they seemed to be in it for themselves. But I largely thought, after, or at least after the whole SimCity debacle, that at least they had some level of caring, and it's just like, no, they literally are completely divorced from my life and my experiences and stuff because they're all in their little bubble.
And I probably spent, like I've said before, I'm not much of a gamer compared to a lot of the hardcore people, but my interest is broad and deep in where it goes. But I've never really read, gaming journalism per se. Well, even back before the internet, I was reading computer magazines, not really gaming magazines. And then I remember in the '90s, everybody, Nintendo publishes their own magazine, reviews their own games. Well, obviously they're going to publish good reviews. I mean, I never thought
I
twice about
used to be a huge subscriber to PC Gamer, and I don't know why. It just over time, I just gradually petered out.
it.
I think after 2 years of subscriptions, and I don't know why. I figure either I just lost interest or I was starting to become more of a console gamer for a little bit. But largely speaking, it seemed to be that they just weren't very good quality towards the end. And that was kind of where my experience petered off. And then, obviously, with Mass Effect, I kind of got reacquainted quite heavily with exactly what was going on. And I found out about Gunsman, and then obviously Dorito Gate happened a couple of months after the initial game Mass Effect retake thing. So obviously I saw that happen, which was interesting.
Right. About half of these little incidents that everybody talk pre Zoe Post incidents that everybody talks about maybe a third of them crossed my radar in some fashion or another, just because of memes and drama in general.
Yeah. Generally, I found that they spread really like even amongst my friends who don't particularly care for this internet crap. Some of them do, some of them don't. I really, if this, it's up to them if they care. I tell them interesting bits like about the mods thing and so on and so forth. But
For them, it's a way to shop.
yeah, yeah, basically, I don't know why I spend so much time on the internet. Probably because it keeps me from not being bored, I guess.
Mm,
Especially when I'm not on my main computer and I haven't got too much powerful hardware to deal with. So basically, it's amazing how much of this stuff spreads. Even for people who don't pay attention, like they don't care, but they know about Gamergate, and at least half the people I know about Gamergate, even if they don't give a shit.
right. Which vaguely, on the tangential, reminds me. I remember the first time, it may have been more than 5 years ago at this point. Time flies ever more fast, but I remember the first time I saw not just a brief mention of a meme type thing on a quote unquote news program. I remember the first time I saw an entire TV show, start to finish, and not the entire episode, not just the entire episode, but the entire concept of the show, the very show itself, was based on apparently finding stuff on the internet and telling you about it.
Oh yeah. Those are big things. I think not so much now, but back when internet access was perhaps less widespread. Back
Not
before Eternal.
Not in the '90s, no, not before Eternal September. This would have been, I mean, when did, just to pull an example out of my ass, that I don't know how much of their content comes from doing that, but I know a substantial portion of it does because a friend of mine keeps sending me links from it. Something called Tosh.0.
Toshpoint. Oh God, I've heard of that.
It's what it's. I'd have to do a search to find out more. It's one of those, I either know way too much about something or I'm completely ignorant of
Yeah, I've never even heard of it, to be honest.
it.
It's an American series. Let's see.
Yeah,
Probably
TV
didn't get
show.
ported. It started 2009
Yeah,
and
that's
continues to
about
this
right.
day.
So that's about right then.
Yeah. Actually, no. Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize that those sorts of programs were still going on. I figured by 2009, if you're interested in that sort of stuff, you just go onto the internet.
Yeah,
It's like it's not like it's gatekept or hidden or something. You just go onto the internet and spend enough time, and you'll see the good stuff.
yeah. Or what's the way predating honey badger? What's the squirrel one? The curious squirrel or something?
Oh.
Maybe it's not a squirrel. It's a clip of a squirrel or a woodchuck. Just looking all bright and curious like they do, and it went huge viral.
Uh, there's a couple like Curious Squirrel, at least from a quick Google search. I can't remember the specific one because I don't remember if that ever.
But I remember the first time I saw some news program actually runs a clip of this, and then the next thing I knew, everybody on TV is running this clip. And I think that was about the time I stopped watching TV regularly.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
strange coincidence.
I think I stopped watching TV regularishly towards when they stopped showing sci-fi. Basically, I basically only watched TV for the sci-fi, and after a while, they just stopped showing it. People just weren't interested in you know sci-fi, so or at least interesting spacey sci-fi. So,
Hmm. I have to check here. There we go. It's been about 10 years. Yeah, 2004, 2005 was when my TV show watching really dropped off.
mm. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think. It would have been around just after Stargate Universe got cancelled. I think that was like one of the last programs that was still on, and then I just catched up everything via the internet.
God, I can't remember which Stargate program it was, but I remember. God, I can't. I wish I could place this better where it was during the file sharing timeline. But my roommate got a nasty gram at one point, put it on the fridge, got a nasty gram from our ISP for downloading an episode of Stargate something or other.
Oh God, oh God! If they're sending those letters out, probably might say early thousands.
It was a while back, yeah.
I'd say early thousands because I think that was when when they actually tried to stop that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was even doing it via BitTorrent,
Oh God.
because that always works.
Hmm.
Hmm.
No, no. Yeah, I look at it and the internet's changed a lot. Even, I obviously you can tell I'm kind of a young person, but even for me, it's changed dramatically from what it was.
Hmm. Just yeah, I can see the every decade I review the changes of the decade. Nope, I didn't like. No, sir, I didn't like it.
Yeah, yeah. It's getting there. It's getting there. I think at least half the problem we're facing is you've just got normal people coming onto the internet and they're like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Why the fuck is this like this?" And people who are used to the internet just don't give a shit. They're like, "Why don't you give a shit? You must be horrible if you don't give a shit."
The first time I saw Goatsy.
Oh God, that brilliant! Before you let anyone onto the internet, you should just show them Goatsy.
Somebody's drawing. I think it was like the 5 stages of reaction to Goatsy.
No, no, actually, no. You should just shove them on ED for about. You should have to look at ED for the equivalent of like 12 hours worth of browsing time. That's the only website you have access to. Just ED.
Oh God, be like one of those captive portals. Unless you agree to the terms of service, you're only allowed to go to one website.
Yes, exactly. It's like ED becomes the tutorial ground for people on the internet. But you can't change it either. So you
I mentioned this before, but their Web 1.0 series is actually very good.
That's the thing about ED. It's actually surprisingly educational.
A lot of really good pre-Eternal September internet stuff and pre-internet BBS stuff. I was really excited by that.
Yeah. I enjoy reading ED. Just staying away from the gore pages, like the offended one.
Right. I think of them like TISM now at this point. TISM are an Australian national treasure. The ED is an internet national treasure. If that site ever goes away, that's going to be the end of the internet as we know it.
It's happened before.
It's the canary in the coal mine.
It's happened before. This is actually the second creation of ED. The first one got converted into Internet by their previous owner.
So it's like sort of like the Pirate Bay, goes
yeah.
through incarnations as people try to shut it down.
More or less, yeah. Yeah.
God, has anyone ever doxed or actually interviewed any of the people in any of the big mucks at ED?
Probably not. They probably just think they're shitloads.
Well, sure.
Yeah, to be honest.
I look at it this way, for Christ's sake, the Goatsy guy got interviewed.
God! Oh, I missed that one.
You missed that one? Yeah, I remember reading that one a while back and going, well. Yeah, so if the Goatsy guy gets interviewed, I don't know.
Oh, God, by Gawker and all.
Like, by Gawker! Isn't it just too perfect? So
there is something fitting.
The appropriateness of this just cannot be overstated.
Yeah, it just seems. Yeah, this is what meant to be Gawker interviewing Goatsy guy.
GG.
Big we won. Yep, that'd be it.
God, this could somehow be more relevant. This could somehow come back to haunt them.
Yeah, Gawker. So classy they interviewed Goatsy. Yeah. This is about right. I think this is how it deserves to be.
Yeah, well, it could be worse. I mean, arguably, Goatsy guy is, what's wrong with him at all compared to so many other possibilities.
Oh, no doubt. I just look at it. I mean, this is the website that interviewed a horse fucker.
Oh God, don't remind me. Somebody, my buddy of mine insisted on playing the audio from the Joe Rogan Mr. Hands thing.
Oh no.
Just the audio, and so after that, I came across somebody made a Hillary Clinton Elizabeth joke. I'd say she's probably the first politician since Elizabeth to die fucking a horse.
Oh God!
I said that to my friend with the comment, Mrs. Hands says hello. So, are we shit streaming enough yet?
Yeah, I think we're getting there. Good. We need more. How can we descend further? Bane posting.
Bane posting. Yes. Don't forget Did I tell you? I mentioned the other day my waifu accident. Bane posted without realizing it.
Oh, go on. This will be good.
she said I'm going to order something from Amazon. Do you want anything?
Uh,
So,
no, Mr.
so I say, yeah,
UPS
I want this and this. The other day I asked her, did you get that yet? She says, no, I'm going to get it this Friday. I say, well, you're getting this and this, right? Is there anything else? That's all right. She says, for you.
man. Yes. Hello, Mr. UPS man. Oh, I found it. It's great.
God, was a free trial subscription to Prime part of your plan? Fuck me. I tell you this, the rest of the Dark Knight Rises really kind of leaves me cold. The opening
Just the start.
the
Just
opening
the
is not
start.
fantastic, but I like it, a lot better than the rest of the movie. I actually really, enjoy it, and the rest of it just never really grabs me. But I'm really
It was.
glad that I paid so much attention to it, because otherwise I wouldn't get all the Bane jokes people are making.
Yeah. You just. It's just, I think, in spite of the fact that the film didn't manage to capture the previous film's joy, the Bane post, it was worth it just for Bane.
Oh God.
I think, yeah, it was worth it just for Bane.
Now that I'm think about it, I kind of always felt that way about the first two. Also, the first one I saw in the theater, and the others I didn't. But, they all kind of felt that way. They had potential, but they just didn't emotionally engage me or manage to
I think it was
or
the
grab me
character.
on the level.
I think you watched them for the characters. I think, you watched the second one for Heath Ledger playing Joker, and the first one was just kind of bland all round, to be honest.
It was, yeah, that's all of them have kind of struck me that way, in the same way that the trailer for the new Batman versus Superman does. They strike me as the situation you see so many times where, instead of directly adapting a story that's been done in the comics, people write their own story, and they take a few iconic themes, scenes, or elements from an original story and insert them
Mm.
in Bat.
Yeah, because I was hearing about the story behind it, and I was like, they've already done this in animation form, and the animation form was bloody awesome.
For something, I was really pleased. At first I was unhappy that they were going to make it animated instead of live, because I'd wanted it live all these years. But then I watched it, and sure, it's a bit still stilted in spots, but I was really happy with how gritty and bloody and decent it was for something that was aimed at kids as much as adults.
Yeah, it was impressively good. I found impressively good because I watched again. I didn't actually watch it. Well, let's just say I watched it at a friend's house and leave it at that.
Right.
But no, the quality wasn't great there, and but even so, it was very enjoyable.
I was really pleased. They got they got one scene in particular that was always one of my favorites. They got it just right, so I was very happy with that. And like I said, mostly I was just really happy because it's something that they were obviously aiming at a pretty, maybe a 12-year-old, maybe 11 or 12-year-olds at the youngest, and to have stuff in there, like, I will carry the head of the Batman through the streets. That's pretty intense for kids.
Yeah, yeah,
And they didn't try to change any of the elements that stuck it in the in the 80s. The Reagan president.
yeah. You could tell. I could tell it was really 80s.
Yeah. Well, as someone who lived through the 80s, that's I was pleased about that too.
Yeah, it was really 80s. Cold War, Reagan.
Yeah. Well, you've read the comic, right?
I've read bits and pieces. I'm not a huge comic fan.
Oh, it's really on it. If you enjoyed the animated version, it's one of the few comics I think is really worthwhile. It's really worth people's time.
Mhm.
Before what was it? You know, uh, Before Miller went all became the anti-Salman Rushdie.
Yeah. Mm. Of course, mentioning the 80s, we can't forget Margaret Thatcher.
Yes, yes. Well, do the gypsy thing. Gypsies, they are filthy people. We shall speak of them no more.
Exactly. Oh god, I didn't think it was great that people were celebrating her death, man, but I bloody understood it.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. Now, what about V for Vendetta? You read that, the comic?
Oh no, no, just seen the film. I know the film was a vast disappointment, though.
Very much so. If you're a good, if you're a good anti-Thatcherite, you especially owe it to yourself to check it out.
Ah, no, I hold my hatred more for the political system as a whole rather than Thatcher in general.
Hmm.
Because, yes, she destroyed the miners, but I haven't seen any of the other fuckers doing anything for the past 40 years.
Yeah, it's not like there's no real figure in the comic that Moore meant to be a direct stand-in.
Yeah.
It's more of a, like I've said, it's more of an exploration of principled individual anarchism versus fascism.
Mm. Of course, the movies couldn't have that, so it just turned into a question of pure fascism and revolution and shit.
Populism, yeah, let's
Mm.
all wear a mask and have a mob uprising, and yeah, that's not very individualist.
No, no, no. But I still enjoyed it, but
Mm.
yeah, when I was looking around, I did notice. Same with Watchmen, you know. It,
Watchmen,
it,
yeah, Watchmen was a case of trying to recreate. It was many comics are very well written and laid out like a screenplay already for someone to turn it into a movie, and yet Moore was and why can I not think of McKean were doing things with Watchmen that you can only do in the medium of comics, and so to try to slavishly adapt some of those panels and scenes visually 100%,
very difficult.
110%, is just a doomed effort.
So it was more doomed with its technology rather than just fucking up the design, so to speak.
Well, it's like they got they not just the visuals, but the story too. I mean, it's a very faithful adaptation, and I just think that it's too faithful. It suffers from trying to be overly faithful instead of trying to make the best movie they can make. Instead they tried to make the best comic on the screen.
Hmm. It could have done with a bit more adaptation then.
Yeah. More you exploit the strengths of the medium you're working in.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm.
No. Ugh. More serious talk. Did you hear about the GG bombing thing?
I did hear. I heard.
I mean, we don't really have any proof that it was a bomb threat. We just have well, we know there was a bomb threat. We don't know if they took it seriously enough to get people out because it was a bomb threat, or
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, you've got multiple people, who posting reports that they talked to police and were told there was a bomb threat called in.
mm.
And you've got all the photographic evidence of people briefly, temporarily evacuated from the bar.
Yeah, and K9 units sent in to sniff the bombs out.
Oh, I didn't see those. Were the dogs triggered?
I read it on Kotaku, ironically enough.
Were the dogs triggered?
No, dogs are fine. Dogs aren't trigger happy, nor are they shitlords.
I wondered if they might have been triggered by Summers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like
they
that,
just.
like the one tweet that she shit posted about some dog triggered.
Oh god, you somehow managed to convince a 60-year-old woman to shit post. Oh Jesus fucking Christ, internet! What have you done?
Yeah, I think that may be Gamergate's greatest accomplishment.
A 60-year-old shit poster. Oh dear.
Yeah, if only my grandma's eyes weren't going. She's in her 90s. I'd try to get her to shit post. That would be much more of an accomplishment.
Oh god, that would be impressive.
I mean,
to
shit,
not.
people get their grandma to play GTA and put it on YouTube. That's
Oh god, no! I think someone did that kind of fakely.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The one walking around punching people.
Yeah, because of British gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I still got that saved somewhere because it was great. It was just when the gas prices were going up, and also it was very topical.
Hmm.
No, that was good. That was good. Shame though it was kind of faked. You know,
Yeah.
it would have been more amusing had it been a bit more organic.
Well, truth is supposed to be stranger than fiction. It just isn't always funnier.
Yeah, pretty
Let's see.
much.
So we've got, let's see. So I don't know about any of the aftermath from DC other than, I guess, you've got one group planning a GG meetup in San Francisco in the heart of SJW territory, and you've got another group trying to plan one in my adopted country, Australia.
Mm, mm. I hear some people trying to do a Manchester one as well, though I haven't heard any traction on that.
Oh, well, you guys had the London one was the first one, right?
Yes, yes, but I'm more inclined to go to Manchester than London.
Ah,
And truth be told, it wasn't a good time for me anyway. I'm in full time education and working, so again, wouldn't have been a good time for me. I presume a Manchester one would take place within a couple of months, so I would be able to do that one over the summer.
just watch out for any Glasgow ones.
Oh God, yeah, Glasgow shivings. I don't think the SJWs could handle that.
We will make a promotional poster. Come get glassed in Glasgow.
Don't forget your free sample of heroin.
You got to make a train spotting reference.
Yep.
My
Can't forget.
favorite part of train spotting was in the bit where the lady when the women go to the bathroom and then it's so loud in the club that they actually put subtitles on the screen because otherwise their accents combined with the background noise just make it impossible.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Football.
Oh, football, football. Oh God. You might enjoy that in the IRC. Einlander saying Google now ignores imperative keywords.
Oh, the only imperative is doing what the fuck I said.
Yeah. I admittedly, I was very much on the fuck Google train after Prism and the whole apparently taking books, photocopying them, and then taking royalties for fucking putting them up anywhere else.
That was very Scrib D like of them.
Yeah, it was. It was bad. It was. I did not like that. When I heard about it, I was like, Google, go fuck yourself. Seriously, just you're doing something great, and you were trying to do something good, and then you're just doing this, and it's like, go fuck yourself. Seriously, same thing. Just like with Steam, you're trying to do something good, but this is what you're doing, and it's really just like, go fuck yourself.
I
Stop.
wonder, yeah, I wonder if there was a decent way to. No, they probably don't. Nobody has a good batch download feature. If somebody were to, for instance, liberate all the old public domain books that Google has put in their library, put up a torrent, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
It would be the equivalent of the JSTOR leak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He would just. I think that would be deserved, though. To be
Hmm.
honest.
Uh-oh. Einlander confirmed Dollar Mendy fan.
No.
Tunak tun da da da.
What's that? I heard a ping.
Oh, I see. You momentarily muted yourself.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, weird. No, no, it's great. It's oh, why are you going into backup standby mode? Don't do that. I haven't got my. I can't find a fresh bulb for my room, so I'm basically using my TV as a lamp.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably not doing good stuff to my eyes, but to be honest, I need to find right bulb, and I can't find it.
And then of course you run flux and
Yeah,
then you realize okay.
yeah. Well, my eyes already fucked. It doesn't.
Hmm. God, I was supposed to get up early for the market this morning and completely overslept.
I hate that. I an hour, half an hour.
Whoop, there you
So,
go again.
oh, why is it doing that?
I envision like your finger casually drifting over the trackpad and some overly sensitive trigger being triggered.
I'm mostly just browsing in the web page. Oh, weird, weird. Hmm.
Anyway, good to work out potential kinks like this beforehand.
Yeah, no, it was really easy, to be honest. Like, I don't think I've seen. Actually, it's really easy. I wouldn't. This was it's more like 5 minutes worth of setup.
Yeah. Impressions of it. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man, that dang old internet, man. You get on there and just point and click, man. You get on there, click, 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 click. Making chicks.com, and it's that easy, man.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. That ain't a good idea. That ain't a good idea.
Well, no other takers to shitstream, huh?
Yeah. It's true. I don't blame them. It's. Well, actually, maybe they're just not here. It is what, about 7, 8 o'clock over there.
Hmm.
Probably just focused on DC or the news stream.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping. I forget who this is. I think on Oliver's stream, the guest is supposed to be orthonormalist.
Yeah, yeah. I think he was putting up a Gwen Lily night for the. As far as I remember.
Oh, there goes your mic again.
I think it must be something I'm doing. Yeah, I do not know what's going on.
I just fix everything by not touching anything.
I'm not even touching anything. I'm just scrolling down with my. I'm scrolling down with my goddamn arrow keys.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell? No, no. I think that was interesting. I think they're gonna have to report on it to some degree because if they don't report, basically the only way they can report on it is if they do it as low key as possible because then they can say, "Oh look, we haven't got an agenda. Look, there's the article."
Hmm. Well, what have
Because
we got? We've got Kotaku, Jason Schreier at Kotaku, and then one person posted a blog at Destructoid
yeah,
so far.
yeah, I believe so. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. If they don't, then we can just say, guys, interesting, eh?
Right.
No agenda here, right?
Obviously we're looking for normally negative sources,
Yeah,
reporting this at all. So
yeah,
obviously not surprising. So obviously we don't count Tech Raptor, Niche Gamer, or Reaction. That's
yeah,
that's all the articles I've seen so far.
yeah. Obviously, you can't count those because it's not that. we hate them or anything. It's just we're not looking for them for having evidence of an agenda.
Yeah.
What will be interesting is how is it
Um,
because that probably will hit local papers, and I wonder if it'll get
yeah.
further up.
Wait, I forgot about looking at local DC coverage.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see because I was speaking to a gaming fanatic last night about it via PM, mainly because I was getting annoyed at people calling harassment over Chew saying, guys, yeah, hate group. Duh." I was
Hmm, yeah.
like, I was
That's
like,
shit posting like always.
yeah. At best, right? At best, that whole situation was lying, slander, but harassment. I thought we were clear. Harassment has to be targeted by one individual against another individual over a persistent period of time.
Yeah, a concerted pattern of some,
Yeah, yeah, it's
repeated unwanted contact.
or at least that's how I was told when I tried to report harassment to the police. No, this is what it does. Do you fulfill these criteria? Thankfully, I did, and they were able to talk to the guy. But and it happened again. This is the criteria that for harassment. I was like, oh, do we really want to start crying harassment at everything?
Aha, here's something else. The Inquisitor.
Oh, interesting.
The Inquisitor, Gamergate meeting evacuated after bomb threat.
Hmm.
See if anybody shit posted this yet. Yep, of course, GGF beat me. He's been doing that a lot last few days.
He's like that. He just I think he's got Google alerts or something along those lines.
Actually, he started scooping me more often since he started using Bing the way I do.
Oh god, the face when Bing is actually more useful than bloody Google. You don't expect that from a Microsoft product.
Well, I remember when they were basically, as someone else said, they used to just basically copy Google results, but yeah, I've been using them for quote unquote news searches for a good couple months now. I got tabs constantly open that auto refresh on you know Gamergate, sad puppies, etc.
Yeah, keywords basically. No, actually, that's kind of what I've been. One of my third year projects coming up for uni is to design a tool, something, an app, whatever. You can choose from a list of projects I give you, or you can choose your own. And I chose one that would let you watch certain websites, basically,
Ooh.
for updates and stuff. So I figured A, that'd be useful for me personally, so I can wait for items I want to buy to come in stock again. And B, it might be useful more generally because, it might be useful to see if these articles get changed or not, or when they get changed, because there's a lot of stuff that goes backwards in time, that you don't. Like Kotaku's post ex facto
Mhm. Yeah,
disclaimers, that they
yeah.
put in for Grayson.
Anytime you want actual revision control, look at multiple look at all the past versions of a page.
There's going to be figuring out how to do that with web pages, but I suspect someone else has probably already done it, and I just need to figure out an implementation book.
Hmm.
Because I'm somewhat familiar with Git, but I'm wondering if I could apply that to web pages and stuff. I imagine I could.
Oh yeah.
I'm just wondering if I could use a Git repository. Probably.
Hmm. God, there it went again.
Oh, okay. Did I just no?
Little bit, little bit.
I'm trying to find. I think I may have found the mute button.
Aha.
I think I might be accidentally hitting the mute button. I think it might be down arrow. Yeah, I think. No, it's got to be something else. It can't be down because I just did it with up arrow.
Ah.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, maybe I found a hotkey. Nope.
As Gelder Radner said, it's always something.
Yeah. Consistency.
Hmm. Oh.
No. Oh, go on.
So yeah, I'm just checking over on my headlines to see if what's going on here. I don't see anything fantastically new other than the usual twit storm.
Yeah, well, that always goes on.
Which I'm glad. I mean, I wonder. It makes me wonder actually what kind of what kind of after party they had last night.
Hmm. I'm not sure. I suspect probably groups probably formed and split off to go to different places, but I'm not sure where. Probably less formal.
Yeah, the
I
contingent who
imagine.
wants to go hot tubbing, for instance.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm. Oh God. Oh no. I think as fascinating as the GG and DC stream is going to be, is probably going to be. I may go out tonight and take advantage of the nice weather. Some friends are having a fire out in their backyard.
Ooh, that'd be nice. That would be nice. It's not. It hasn't been great here today. Bank holiday weekends generally aren't. Doesn't matter if the week before it was great. Bank holiday weekends will be shit.
Even when I was a kid, banks were never open. They closed at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Oh no, that is just. Oh, that is just awful.
Hmm. Well, do you think you found your accidental mute key, or are you still tracking it down?
Still tracking it down. I suspect it's the mic more than anything. I will probably try this when I have my actual mic that I like using rather than my portable one.
Well, next time I will. I have a somewhat better mic than the built-in one in this laptop. I'll try that next time, and I'm considering buying a not a super expensive one. It'd be like under $100, but a starter podcast
Mm,
podcast microphone.
yeah, yeah. I know you wanted to do that recording with your mates.
Hmm.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Oh God, oh God! I still think it is, sad and funny and pathetic all at the same time that this guy is out and we'll talk about 9/11 and black box voting until the cows come home, but he's too afraid of anti-Gamergate to fucking discuss Gamergate without going through Tor and scrambling his voice.
No, I don't know what that says. I don't know what that says.
What the fuck sense does that make?
I don't know what it says. Either it says that he really doubts the strength of the government, or
Well, he actually said, in all seriousness, also at one point, what if there's an anti-Gamergate person in the NSA?
to be honest, if I really don't think there is enough of them there for it to matter. I suspect more shitlords are in the NSA than SJW mighty SJW warriors, primarily because shitlords get shit done.
Mm. or or even worse, secret mold bug readers.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. No, as shitlords get shit done. I don't see SJWs bothering with the amount of effort.
Yeah,
it takes to get into the NSA. Though, judging by the fact that they let Snowden get away with what he got away with an electronic freedom frontier, what bloody shirt? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the internal security policies aren't great.
Yeah, I'll grant you there's probably more of them in the USDA. Although it might be a good opportunity you could run across some of the few non-SJW anti-gamergaters that probably exist. They're like the right authoritarian pro-gamergaters. They're a definite minority, but they got to be out there.
Yeah, yeah. I look at it. I look at it. I would be interesting. I I would be interested to see how that turns out. To be honest, because I would find it interesting if there were any non-SJW or people who could be construed as SJW pro anti-GGers.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see how many anti-GGers were either sympathetic or self-admitted. God, it sounds like we're trying to expel them. Well, I'm just trying to classify just how
Yeah.
classify how diverse their support is.
And that's difficult because anybody that when they hear Gamergate has any reaction other than it has probably formed already some sort of opinion,
Yeah, I would suspect that.
even based on less than a minute of exposure to headlines.
Yeah, well, if they've only had a minute of exposure, I suspect that they won't be GG, shall we say?
Mm.
You know, uh, I don't know why, but I suspect. I think. I don't know. Maybe you could get through all this information on GG without turning pro GG, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because there's more information built up.
Even if you stuck just to the core issues.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just what I think, because it's just so much evidence. I suppose the only problem would be convincing people to see that as evidence and make them look at it.
Then you sound like somebody house training a puppy the wrong way.
Oh, I've done that before, so yeah, I know that feeling. Well, thankfully our dog got the hint, and will beg us to go outside, tell us. Thankfully,
Yeah.
but
Like my mother, has probably, if probably has not read or heard the word Gamergate once, but actually that's probably wrong. She subscribes to the New Yorker,
yeah,
and I seem to recall they ran at least one article so far.
one
But
or two, one or
yeah,
two.
well, she's gonna have her preconceived notions for a lot of reasons, but I, at the time I last visited her, I just I was I had to check into Kotaku in Action once a day for the new headlines. I was that hooked already at that point in
Yeah,
time. And I was telling her I didn't name names, I didn't go into any details. I just said for the last months I've been following the most fascinating media event.
yeah. Like I know people who are in PR, like family members and stuff, who are doing PR courses again, adult learning and all that.
Mhm.
And they don't talk about stuff like this, but I've asked them, give it 5 or 6 years, maybe a decade, and I would be really interested to see if any of this you know, turns
In,
up. It
in
turns up in any PR course.
ethics and journalism courses.
That would be great. That would be great. But in ethics and PR and because again, what this is a massive failure of PR up, as well as a massive failure in ethics.
God, like yeah, the Streisand effect. That's pretty much all the failure of PR.
Mhm. It's Streisand effect, and then you've got the being openly defamatory and insulting and
Uh,
rude and not expecting kickback.
yeah, not just as simple as trying to shut people up and shut down websites, but actively, engaging in a smear campaign.
Yeah, yeah. It's the irony is that I look back at it and these are the exact same lessons that Mass Effect 3 taught. Is like if you want something to go away, ignore it, or engage with it, kind of do something little and then ignore it. Don't insult it, and for whatever you do, don't get your buddies in the goddamn media to start insulting them on your behalf. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I think I am gonna go out this evening.
Mm,
I am
that'd be
just
nice.
Yep, I am just just chatting on this other keyboard to get that set up. So, but and hopefully it sounds like we got our one or two minor technical difficulties ironed out for next time.
Yep. Yeah, we should be able to. Yeah, we should be able to do this really easily next time. Tomorrow will be good because Monday's bank holiday for me.
Right. You want to do you want to shoot for the same time 9?
Yeah, yeah. The 9 would work.
All right then. Well, thanks so much. And I will probably check into IRC at least once more tonight. And if anybody else was listening, you get to hear how much I hate my voice.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've heard worse voices.
Hmm.
The worse, less understandable voices and spoken to them.
All right, I've been compared to Jello Biafra.
Oh.
All right, well, thanks again, and I will talk to you soon.
Alright, see you a bit. Bye.
Bye.